Hey guys, it's Michelle. I got off of work early today and I just want to do a vlog. And I must start by saying I'm like sitting literally next to a pile of like, I'm in a swamp of Super Nintendo controllers. Like, and it kind of stinks because, okay. It seems like we get into this, we'll just say mood, every, around fall to like Christmas. Me, my brother, and Joey get really back into our vintage systems. We've been playing the regular Nintendo and the Super Nintendo recently. Anyway, I challenged both Joey and Anthony to a Super Nintendo Donkey Kong battle because there's no way you're beating my rear end at Donkey Kong. I am going to dominate your booty in Super Nintendo. So we're playing, and first we discovered one of these, and I do not know which one it is. I really need to find out. Doesn't work anymore. And we figured that out, and then we tossed it to the side like idiots because, you know, we figured we'll figure that out later. So then we got one that worked, and this one is the, oh, I hate this controller. And this is the problem. I was using this controller, and at first I didn't realize that this wasn't a licensed Super Nintendo controller because, like, at first glance, you really can't tell, like, really. But if you look closer, this isn't supposed to be a Nintendo thing, but we're going to go down here. This is high frequency on it. And like you can see, it's got these little bumpies. If you're a gamer, you know what I'm talking about. Here's the original one right here. You can see the slight differences in color. It's not that big of a difference, but I'm telling you, when you play it, there's a huge difference. This thing is crap. Crap. This is what you need. So now, I got two crappies and one normal one that works. I don't know what happened. I had a billion of these things. Now I just have a mess. And half of them don't work. So I need to go out and get the licensed ones because they really, there is a huge difference in the feel. Like, I'm not normally one to be like, you know, go name brand, it's the best. But with something like this, there is totally a difference. There is, when I was playing the game with my brother, these buttons, like, there is a pause in between you pressing it or not, so you're dying for stupid reasons because the controller is not listening to what you're trying to tell it, which really stunk. So, but, so that's what has been on the agenda, where we were still haven't figured out these controllers. I need to clean this when we're done with this video because this, look at it, it's like a big octopus just sitting next to me. Octopus of Super Nintendo controllers. So that's gotta get cleaned, and Joey's been into the mood for the Nintendo, so we ended up buying, well, he bought them, but I've been playing them. He bought 3 new games. He got Wrecking Crew, Ghostbusters. Where's the other one? Apparently he played, it's right there, hold on. No, that's not it. I think it's called Metal Gear. I got Ghostbusters and the Wrecking Crew. I've been playing those. I think the third one we got is Metal Gear. Does this sound familiar, guys? To anybody else who knows the Nintendo? I'm not sure if there is a Metal Gear for the Nintendo. I'm pretty sure that's what the game was that he picked up. So we were playing that yesterday and watching Ghostbusters. I love all that old stuff, but it seems like around October-ish to about like January, we really get back into playing our old game systems again. I don't know why. It's just one of those things, maybe because the majority of the systems, well, I got my Super Nintendo for my birthday, which is in June, but my brother always got a new game system every single Christmas. He got the GameCube, the N64, you name it. Anthony always got the big systems. Every single one. But I guess maybe that's why we associate the video games during the holidays, because there was always a new system or a new video game or something along those lines that was new around that time period. But anyway, I was driving home from work and I have my CD collection because my car still has a CD player in it. I know most cars are doing the MP3s and whatever. So I have a bunch of CDs out there, and I found a CD that a friend made me. Had to be like 5 years ago, and it's just shoved in there. And it's not marked or anything. I had no idea what this thing was. And I'm like, what is this random CD doing in here? So I plopped it in and actually was very pleasantly surprised. The friend who made it for me actually used to work with me in the Elvis show. And when I started listening to it, it was the intro to the show. And I was like, oh my god, it's the show. So it was really exciting. So I'm bopping in the car. I'm like going crazy. I did love working for that show. I kind of miss it at times because there were some really great times. And I had, like, there's really awesome people in the show. Like, we all worked together. I really do enjoy it. But I also am a huge fan of Elvis as well. The song that's on this particular CD thing that he made, my friend was actually the one singing the songs, but he's not bad. He wasn't the Elvis impersonator. He also worked for the show like I did. But, he's not Elvis, but he's not bad at singing Elvis either. We'll leave it at that. So, and on there, the one song, and I feel like it doesn't get enough credit in my opinion, is Lord Gave Me a Mountain, or Lord You Gave Me a Mountain. I'm not sure how the title is, but it's something along those lines. Again, as I told you, my Lady Gaga vlog, or tag, whatever you want to call that, I love really, really powerful songs, and Lord You Gave Me a Mountain is one of those powerful songs, and I really, hearing it again was great. What's another one that's a really powerful song that he did? He did a lot of great songs. While I Can Dream is another great song. Kentucky Rain I love. Actually, there's so many great songs that he did. I can't, I mean, I know I'm probably considered a little too young to be a fan, but I don't think you're ever too young or too old to be an Elvis fan. I wasn't around when he was around, but I mean, at the time, he was considered so controversial. Rock and roll was like considered voodoo. Now you look at it in these days, it is so mild, like his little gyrations and his little hip twists that back then were like, oh my god, I can't believe you, compared to Miley Cyrus twerking. I'll take Elvis any day, sorry. But I mean, in comparison, it's such a night and day thing compared to what we see today, and back then how it was so controversial. And he was he's the king of rock and roll. You know, he was kind of what set the bar for rock and roll and stuff like that. Because up until that, his influences were country and bluegrass and stuff like that. I love the sound. And then, let's face it, he was very easy on the eyes. Odd fact, did you guys know that he really wasn't a big fan of dogs? Like, that's something I read, that he actually wasn't a huge fan of dogs. Like, he didn't actually, like, because the song, You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog, there's a lot of pictures of him with dogs, but he really did not like dogs. He was actually kind of scared of them. I thought that was kind of an interesting fact. But he was just so powerful, and I loved how he dressed. I mean, go all out or not at all. So listening to that CD was like, it brought back such great memories of working for the impersonating show. You know, good times with friends, and like I said, what's not to love about Elvis anyway? I mean, so many people have done covers of his stuff to begin with, you know what I mean? Like, the most famous is Can't Help Falling in Love with You. I can think of at least 3 covers off the top of my head right now. If you don't know that Elvis was the original, I mean, you've heard the version somewhere. So that was definitely exciting for me today. I was so happy to find that CD. And there's another song on there that he did. And I'm embarrassed to say I don't remember the artist that originally sang it. I probably should look it up. I really should look it. I'm going to look it up while we're on here. Give me a second, because the computer is over here. Oops. Sorry. Oh, I think I screwed it up. Why do you want to do that? Anyway, because my computer, I think it's shutting itself down. Anyway, the song is called Sleepy Jean, and I can't remember for the life of me who sang it. But if the computer comes back up quick enough, I will definitely give you the name of who actually sang it. But it's another great song, and he did a really good version of that too. He would do a cover of that. Like I said, when we worked for the show, I was one of the backup dancers, and I danced for the Elvis show part. I danced, there was a Blues Brothers act as well. I danced in that. And then my friend who made the CD also had his own act, and he did like the Sleepy Jean part, but I can't remember the name of the guy that actually sang it, so I'm gonna look it up. It's probably something like simple. I'll be like, holy crap, how did I forget that? I know that's what's gonna happen. Because that's what always happens, is it not? Okay. Unfortunately, computer is a little... I don't know why the computer is slow today. It just is. Sleepy. First person that pops up is Sleepy Hollow. The Monkees. It was the Monkees. How did I not remember that? I can't believe I didn't remember that. It was the Monkees. I feel so stupid right now. Okay, so the Monkees did Cheer Up Sleepy Jean. That was the song I was thinking of. But my friend did an awesome rendition of that. How did I'm like mind blown that I did not remember that. But that's okay. Like I said, I gotta do probably like, I have a lot of music that I listen to. I listen to everything from like the 50s upward, mostly 80s music. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the music that's out today, now I love Katy Perry, I love Lady Gaga, there are some great songs out there as far as, you know, artists of today. But some of it I feel is very repetitive, that once you heard one song, you've heard them all. Don't hate me for saying it, guys. I can't stand Taylor Swift. She drives me nuts. I feel like if you heard one of her songs, you've heard every single song she's done and every single song she's going to do in the future. She's just got this whiny, annoying, the guy broke up with me, so I'm going to write a hit song about him thing that drives me nuts. I liked her when she came out with Teardrops on My Guitar and Tim McGraw, but that's where it ended. Boop. That was it. It's like, oh my god, I can't take you. I can't take you. But that's why I like a lot of the older stuff, and I love the sound of an 80s guitar. Oh, it's just so powerful. I really, really love, and I said that before, when I hear somebody who's mastered an instrument or a musician playing their instrument, it blows my mind. I love it, like the saxophone. I love, you know, hearing the guitar. That's one of my favorites. So, oh my god, I'm still like blown by the whole monkey thing. But the typical stuff that I listen to is either 80s rock and pop stuff, or stuff like Elvis, or the Monkees. What else do I listen to? Eric Clapton, The Doors. There's so many great classics. It's hard to name them all. But that's like what I've been listening to recently. So I am definitely going to be listening to the Monkees a little bit more now that I remembered. Well, I didn't remember. I had to look it up. That song. It's just such a great song. And again, it's like one of those things like, because when I first started with the Elvis show around the fall season, I think that's why I get into these like Elvis type, like that's really all I want to listen to right now. Like as soon as I'm done making this video, I'm probably going to be listening to Elvis, because it's just like, it's just a calming, wonderful feeling. You know, the leaves are changing color. I'll have to bring you guys outside to see that sometime in the next day or so. And it's just, the mountains are so pretty, and it's the smells of autumn, and there's something about autumn that's just like a blanket that kind of covers you in insecurity, and I really like that. And when I think of that, I think of apple picking, I think of the Elvis show, I think of the holidays that are coming up, even though they're a love-hate thing for me now because my grandfather is no longer with us, so now I go back and forth with, oh my goodness, you know, I go through that sorrow period and then the happiness, so, you know, mixed emotions around the holidays, but for the most part, it's all good feelings. Then I got the wood stove and yummy treats, so it's a really wonderful time of year. Even though I do prefer the summer, I am very excited about fall and autumn being here, especially since it was such a I can't say it was a bad summer. It was stressful to say the least, though. So, it was very exciting. And I have been adding more stuff to the giveaway, guys. I've been trying to update it as I've been purchasing them. But definitely check it out if you haven't already. I bought a poof, and I bought a pack back and a little holder to put it in. And I am going to be adding more stuff. I'm probably going to add a candle when I pick out which scent. I haven't decided which scent I'm going to get for you guys. Maybe you should comment down below which scent you want. Sound good? Anyway, guys, I'm going to get going because I got a lot of stuff to do, like clean this mess of, oh man, I don't want to do this. Does any of you want to take care of this for me? Anyway, guys, I will see you later. You have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.